25th campaign of the country's only professional sports league. The boys have been on an unexpected break,
but their spirits have not been broken.
They are back and they mean business. The rivalries are renewed.
battle lines have been drawn. Everybody has been waiting
For this day, as we approach kickoff, brace yourselves, it's time.
The Singapore Premier League is back.
And it's game on.
Yes, it is game on indeed. It is a long time since the last SPL match on the 20th of March, but through the hard work of everyone involved in the Football Association of Singapore and the Singapore Premier League, it is finally back. And on behalf of FAS and the football fraternity, we would like to thank the frontline workers who have helped battle the COVID-19 pandemic. And we see lovely pictures here from the FAS and the football fraternity thanking everyone for their hard work, and our hats off to the healthcare workers who have played a part in making this happen. Professional football is back in Singapore. Welcome to our Tampines hub as Tampines Rovers take on Hougang United in the standout fixture this Saturday. We have a game going on at Jurong East Stadium as well as Tanjong Pagar United take on Balestier Khalsa. Really looking forward to this one. I'm joined by the company of Shuko Zailan, former Singapore international and of course a league winner with Tampines Rovers not too long ago. I don't want to give away your age. How much are you looking forward to this restart?
Well, I'm very excited to be back again with you, Duncan. It's been pretty long, 7 months, I would say. I miss football, although I have not been kicking much these days. But of course, everybody has played their part. Everybody stays home, everybody wears a mask. So I'm very, very happy that we are now back to see a game in our country.
And your former side, of course, Tampines Rovers leading the way in the AIA Singapore Premier League. They've played 4, won 3. They've not drawn a game. They lost 1. That was away to Brunei DPMM by 2-0. So 9 points. They lead the way. Of course, Geylang International hot on their heels. For Hougang United, they are 5th. Not the start they would have wanted, and as Clement Teo alluded to in the media reports, Hougang United are known for their slow starts to the season, so they've had about 6 months to come to terms with the season. But you're looking forward to a good game of football, because we'll give the lineups a little later on, but there's plenty of quality in both sides today.
Yes. We're just looking at the team sheets, and I would say that there's some surprise as well. There's some one or two players making a debut, if I'm not mistaken, right, Duncan? And yeah, I think the quality is good. We're looking forward for that.
Yeah, just a little bit of a teaser to those watching. If you're looking forward for Baihaki Kaizan and Fazrul Nawaz today, no, they have not made the starting 11. They are on the bench. For Hougang United, Clement Teo talked about the triple S. Well, only one of those triple S starts today for Hougang United. So a little bit of kidology from Clement Teo ahead of the match today. Just teasing a little bit, we'll bring you the lineups a little later on. And there will be a different way of how the teams will be approaching the start of the game. There will be a staggered approach. The referees will come out first, followed by Tampines Rovers and then Hougang United. No handshakes. With the COVID-19 pandemic still upon us, it will be fist bumps. And if you've not heard, there have been some amendments to the laws of the game for the rest of the 2020 season. There will be enforced water breaks once in each half, in the 25th minute in the first half and the 70th minute in the second. And interestingly enough, Shuko, 5 substitutes for the rest of the 2020 season. It's going to be a hectic schedule all the way up till the end of December. So I think the coaches, they have to make use of the squads.
Yes, of course, they have to make every available players to count on every game that's coming on. 5 subs, it's good, I would say. Prepare all the players. Also give more time, playing time for the players.
Yeah, definitely a test of the depth of the squad. And I know for Tampines Rovers, they have been able to play 11 versus 11 games between each other. That's how big the squads are. Not so much so for maybe the lesser sides who do not have that luxury of having those big squads. So for Tampines Rovers, they have prepared well for this restart of the AIA Singapore Premier League. Just awaiting the arrivals of the teams and really looking forward to this one, Shuko. And you know you're a footballer yourself in the past, and you know if you're a footballer, you've not played for 6-7 months. We've both had injuries before and long layoffs, and coming back from that, what are they feeling right now as they're waiting to come out onto the pitch?
Well, I think in every player's mind today, right now, I think this is the longest that they haven't been playing football. I think for us, last time it's only about 1 month break, and then we are back to off-season and then back to pre-season playing football. But this, I believe, in any footballer's career, this is the longest that they have not been playing football. So I would think that they are all ready and fired up to go.
Again, media reports that I'm alluding to, the coaches have mentioned that the team that adapts quickest to the fact that they've not been able to play friendly matches, who are able to adapt to the pace of the game straight away, because it's going to be competitive, different from what they've been used to. Obviously, they've had the Zoom trainings, they've gone into full training sessions, but finally football is back. Whoever reacts quickest to the new situation, they can take the advantage into the next 2-3 weeks.
Yes, this will be a test for today. I think maybe both teams will start off slow, no doubt about that. And then maybe after 5 to 10 minutes, you'll see who's the more hungrier team and wants to go for the win.
We've missed this anthem, haven't we? The AIA Singapore Premier League theme song, Game On, you can see on the screen there. And we await the arrivals of the team in a staggered approach, but still we await the arrivals of Tampines Rovers and Hougang United, and we can finally say football is back. So as you can see, Jansen Fu leading the way as the referee for today, assisted by Lim Kok Heng and Kasi Gopikana. And now we will have staggered arrival of the teams. First up, it is the home side, Tampines Rovers, led by Daniel Bennett. It's a bit strange, isn't it, Shuko? We're not used to this kind of entrance for the teams.
Yes. But it's exciting at the same time.
Well, game faces on, and next up will be Hougang United, and they will not stop for their mandatory pre-match photographs, I've been told. They'll straight away get on to kickoff. It's Ridwan Barudin, a veteran for Hougang United. He leads the way. He is the goalkeeper today for Hougang United. And it is a fantastic squad they have, and it's always been the problem for Hougang United. They have the individuals, it's about gelling them as a team, and that has been the problem for Clement Teo. It's a good problem to have loads of talented individuals, just getting them to click as a team. And here we go. No fist bumps at all, actually. Been informed poorly by the people on the ground. They will go just walking across the pitch. All right, here we go, and I think it's time we can have a look at the lineups. And we will start with the home side, Tampines Rovers, and it is a strong one. Shazwan Buhari remains in goal. A back four of Shahrul Zazali, Amirul Ali, Daniel Bennett, and Madhu Mohana. A strong back four. And Jordan Webb and Boris Kopitovic tasked with getting the goals. Shuko, what do you think of that?
Oh, I'm like I said again, I'm excited for this game. Tampines Rovers on papers right now, I'm looking at, is definitely favourites to win for today's game.
Yasser Hanapi is suspended for this match, a suspension carried on from last season by Haki Kaizan. Fazrul Nawas on the bench, and no news of Mehmet Mehmedovic, who is not in the matchday squad. For Hougang United, we've scratched our heads a little bit on the starting formation for them. It looks to be a 3-4-3, perhaps Anders Aplin, Zach Anderson, and Lionel Turn at the back, and Nazrul Nazari and Hafiz Sujat to ply the wingback roles. And a start for Naufal Azman, just signed after his finish of his national service. That's a big game for him.
Yeah, I think for Naufal, his first game as a professional footballer, I'm sure he's excited, although he's facing a very tough opponent. But then again, this might be good for him to show his talent.
So for Clement Teo, he teased about the triple S of Shafiq, Sahil, and Shawal. Only Sahil starts, the other two on the bench. And we are about to get off here. Kickoff, it is game on. Jansen Fu in his fetching pink referee outfit, Boris Kapitovic, will try and lead the way and score some goals here. His link up with Jordan Webb earlier on in the season to devastating effect. And they will look to carry on that partnership. I'm really looking forward to this one. Tampines Rovers will kick off. They will attack from left to right. It will be Hamizan and Nakamura to get things underway. Tampines in their home black strip, not the usual yellow that we're used to in years gone by. As we go, Jensen Fu kicks us off, and Nakamura brings us forward. And football is back in the Singapore Premier League. And as you said, Shuko, it does look to be a cagey start. Hougang United not coming out of their shell at all. And it is a very, very solid backline, almost a 5 and 4 and then a 1.
Yeah, it's a very good formation to start with. Like I've just mentioned earlier, Dang, both teams will look to play cautious. Don't want to show any weakness yet. We'll see in 5 to 10 minutes time. Definitely gaps will appear, and we'll see from there.
Fahan, oh, that's a loose ball. And Shahiran, very quick into the tackle. Clearance, and Daniel Bennett will mop up here. Yeah, Nazrul Nazari will play at right wing back. Hafiz Sujat at left wing back. And if required, they will almost make it a back 5. And we saw that as soon as Tampines Rovers get possession of the ball, it's 5-4-1 for Clementio. Madhu Mohana will start on the right of defense. They're spoiled for choice. They have options off the bench if required. Strong in the challenge there. Webb is the obvious danger man. And tries to get away. Charlie Machel wins possession back for the Cheetahs. And here's Nazrul Nazari in possession. And they'll keep the ball as much as they can. Every player would want to touch early on just to get into the groove of the game, Shuko.
Yes. I think this is a way to build confidence before the intensity gets faster. So I think every player will want to have a touch on the ball.
There's a through ball here, an early opportunity. Nofal Asman, true on goal. They're asking for the penalty. Jensen Fu waves play on. And Shahruz Azali was strong in the challenge, but Nofal Asman, on his first start, looked very, very bright there.
You can see, I think Hougang is going for a surprise counter-attack.
Here's a smart ball out by Sahil looking for Nofal, almost catching out the Tampines Rovers defense. They have the pace up front, and they might look to exploit Daniel Bennett, who, for all his experience, will agree with us, and the first to admit he doesn't have the pace as he once did. Irwan Shah keeping the ball here. Shahiran, who's been so impressive under Gavin Lee. Looking for options, looks for the ball to Boris. It's a strong challenge by Lionel Tan, and free kick given away. In a good position for the Stags. And Kopitovic doing well to hold play up.
Well, that's his strength, isn't it? He's a big, strong man. He will definitely hold the ball to let others to exploit spaces. This is also one of his strength to get free kicks out of the box.
Yeah, Lionel Tan perhaps leaving a marker on Kopitovic to let him know that he's around. Webb and Nakamura standing over this. Will it be the right of Jordan Webb or the left of Nakamura? We've seen him score from this range in the past for Albirex Niigata. It's a 4-man wall for Hougang United. It is a big wall if you include Machel, Zach Henderson and Lionel Tan. Hafiz Ujat making the 4th man in the wall. Will it be Webb? It is Webb who goes for goal. Doesn't trouble Ridwan Barudin. He tried to place it to the side of Ridwan, but not the best of free kicks.
Quite a decent free kick, I would say. Maybe not on target, but he has the idea there.
Yeah, that's pretty nice of you, coming from a set-piece specialist back in the day, Shuko. You would have been disappointed with that one.
Definitely, I will be, because maybe, like I said, it's still early in the game, not really warm up yet. So I would say it's not the best, but it's decent.
Yeah, both teams trying to feel each other out, but still trying to get their rhythm into their season and into their legs. Here's Webb, who will always cut in onto his right from the left. Here's the danger man. Chance for a cross into the area. It's a decent one. Just too long I think Kopitovic is down in the area, suggestions of an off-the-ball foul. Daniel Bennett will mop up. And here's Madu Mohana to Nakamura. Webb down by the middle, and that's a strong challenge by Anumanthan, and he's the enforcer in midfield. Anumanthan, he's not going to take any dazzling skills from Jordan Webb in front of him, that's for sure. And we see that challenge from Anumanthan. Webb back in possession, that's a good skill, and gets the free kick yet again, and gets caught in the process. And Webb is known for his histrionics, Shukos Island, but I think on both occasions, fair call by the referee.
Definitely,
they're going in strong on him.
Definitely is a fair call. But I also think this is part of a game plan to irritate Jordan, because he is the main man that's string a lot of passes.
Kopitovic and Webb trying to link up, but to no end product. It's Lionel Tan who tries to tread the ball through. Madu wins it back. Webb to Irwan Shah. Shahrul back to Irwan. He's playing in a different role for Gavin Lee in this game. We usually see him at left back, playing very much so through the middle today.
Yeah, Irwan Shah, versatile player. I think he has played in the midfield before, back in Young Lions.
Yeah, exactly. And, well, another feather in his cap to play in a different position, giving more options to the head coach. Nakamura here to Shah. It's all Tampines possession so far. Madu tries to find a pass with his left foot, closed down by his Singapore teammate, Hafiz Sujad. Amirul to Webb. Nazrul will close him down. And the two speedsters going up against each other. That's a battle to look forward to for the rest of the game. Good ball. And a first-time shot. Almost possible for Irwan Shah. That was a great ball by Shah. Shairan, you'll be impressed with that.
Yeah, I'm impressed. It's a great ball, great vision. It's unfortunate for Irwan Shah not to get control of that ball.
We should be a little bit concerned that the back three are letting the ball over the top here.
Yes, definitely. It's a thing that you have to watch out, because I think this pass will keep coming, and if not careful, definitely a goal or two might go in.
Possession back to Tampines Rovers. And they're going to be a long evening. I say it's 5:30 kickoff. Late afternoon for Hougang United if the likes of Sahil and Naufal and Farhan are not able to make use of any of the possession that they have, because I do not think they will have many attacks between them. You do expect Tampines Rovers to have the bulk of possession here.
Yeah, me too. I think you can see that Hougang is getting back into shape very fast.
Here's Webb, who gets past Naufal. Onto his right foot, gets across it, looking for Kopitovic. Just too much on it. Lionel Tan was there to look after Boris Kopitovic, but there's decent stuff from Webb, looking for the danger man in the area.
Again, we are looking at Jordan and Kopitovic link up, looking for each other.
And Webb with 3 goals and 3 assists so far as we go into match week 5. Kopitovic with 2 goals. And here's a stat for you. He's had 13 shots this season and the second most in the league as Tampines Rovers try to carve open Hougang United here. And here is the danger man, Boris Kopitovic, up against Lionel Tan. Will try to shift it to his right foot. Just crowded out, and Anumanthan will try and usher it away, but Tampines win it back high up. Shah to Webb, who can turn. Tried the link-up play with Kopitovic, and it's always those two looking for each other.
Always, yes. That was beautiful. I would say the build-up and the weight of pass towards Kopitovic is a little too hard for him.
Yeah, a little bit too much space for Jordan Webb to turn on the edge of the area, and Clement Teo would be going absolutely crazy down by the sidelines. But the opening 9 minutes, Ridwan Barudin has not been tested for all the possession that the Tampines Rovers have had. And Hougang United had that little glimmer of an attack very early on. This Naufal Azman was just shepherded away by Shahrul Sazali. It's Bennett with the clearance. Throw-in will go Tampines Rovers' way. Now Hafiz Sujat up against his former side in Tampines Rovers. Always nice for a player to come up against his former side. You always have something to prove, don't you, Shuko?
Yeah. Whatever it is, when you're playing against your former side, somehow you want to prove your worth. That either they want to call you back for the next season, or you are not good enough.
Yeah, points to prove, don't you?
Yes.
Shah. He will try and thick things over with the passing in midfield, looking for Nakamura. Back to Shah Shahiran, who was part of the SEA Games squad last year and went to the Philippines. Shahrul Sazali, who also went to the Philippines with the under-23s. Shah's ball once again looking for Irwan. And that's the second time both players have tried to link up. Some kind of understanding blossoming between the both of them. But Tampines looking to use the running man from deep to try and exploit that three-man defense of Hougang United.
Yeah, Duncan, again, we just saw it earlier on. This is the second time that it happened again. They're making the third man running. Hougang should really be careful.
That's an easy header there by Amrul Ali. Contested it. No Hougang player putting the pressure on. Here's Amirul. Madhu with space down the right, and he'll bring it over the line. Shah to Kopetovic. Again, Lionel Tan, very, very tight on Big Bad Boris. Farhan loses out. Bennett tries to find Kopetovic. And that's going to be a big battle. And do you think Boris has looked at the three defenders and has kind of fancied perhaps the challenge that he could get the better of Lionel Tan instead of going up against Zach Anderson or Anders Aplin?
Yeah, I think that is his game plan. Because
Madhu's ball into the area. Ridwan comes out strong. Sorry, Shuko. Oh, that's a poor ball. And Webb wins it high up. And he goes down under the challenge. Anders Aplin saying, get up, get on your feet. But a risky ball out by Ridwan Barudin there.
Very, very risky.
It was a good claim in the first instance, but as it rolls on, was looking for the counter, but Webb saw it coming. And the challenge here, what do you say?
It's very hard from our angle here. But Ridwan decision making, I think, have to be better. I'm not sure who he wants to pass, actually.
Well, you'd say anywhere else on the pitch, and perhaps that might have been a foul. But again, we talk about the rustiness of the players. They've not played friendly matches. And we'll see a little bit of that rustiness in the game today, Shuko.
Yeah, we definitely see some rustiness from the players. They have to pick up fast because it's now already coming to 13 minutes. The intensity will only get higher if Tampines goes on like this.
Finally, some possession here for Hougang United. And Sahil looking for the run of Farhan, who has the pace. And Daniel Bennett just can't catch up with Farhan, and that's a free kick. And we see the example of the pace that Farhan Zulkifli has.
Yes, the pace, absolutely something that would definitely be a headache for Daniel.
Yeah, Bennett wouldn't want to go one-on-one too many times with Farhan Zulkifli in this match. Jensen Fu just calling Bennett over. I think it will be just a warning. No yellow card.
Good call by the referee.
And Sahil will stand over this and has options in the area. They're a big side. Hougang United has set pieces. They have Zach Anderson, they have Anders Aplin, Lionel Tan into the mix. Charlie Machel, Anu Mantan is aggressive as well. So if he gets the delivery right here, Sahil, they could cause problems, the Cheetahs. Two-man wall to get past. And we await the delivery in swinger from Sahil Suhaimi. Goes straight for goal and gets the opening goal. What a strike from Sahil Suhaimi. That is genius from the set piece.
Wow, that's definitely a goal, a beautiful goal. I was expecting him to deliver to either Anders or Zachary, but he decided to go for the near post.
Well, brilliant strike, and I think everyone, even including Shazwan Buhari, was expecting a delivery into the area, but that was delivered straight into the goal off the post. And Hougang United go 1-0 up after 15 minutes against the run of play. Sahil Suhaimi with a cracker of a strike. He's been on a run of form. Last year he was doing decent for Warriors FC, got the move to Hougang United. And with goals like that, never mind a call-up to the national team, might even get to play in the national setup. He was already called up by Tatsuma Yoshida.
He is a talent, I would say. He has his good days. I think now it's all about consistency. More games, more playing time. He will definitely get better with more games.
Well, that is a shock against the run of play. It's all been Tampines. Here's Kopitovic being held back by Zachary Anderson. The shot coming in from range. Rebound off Kopitovic. That goes wide. But good response from Tampines Rovers, but still reeling from that opening goal. It was a brilliant strike. As we see the build-up here, Webb again involved. Kopitovic, oh, question mark perhaps of a foul. Was Zach Anderson very, very tight on him. Kopitovic with a snapshot. It's in trouble, Ridwan Barudin. And that's a foul by Amirul Ali. A push on Farhan Zulkifli. So one shot on target, one goal. That's clinical as it gets. Crossfield ball, looking for Nazrul. Run off the defenders, no foul. There's an opportunity for Hougang United to make it 2, and they do! We have a shock in store here at our Tampines hub as Hougang United go 2-0 up inside 18 minutes. And it was off the run by Naufal Asman. He wasn't tracked. Look at number 32. Nazrul picks him up and talk us through the rest of it here.
Excellent play, excellent through ball, excellent cross in. The runs from Naufal was very, very good. No one tracked him down.
Well, we say Farhan, I think final touch perhaps of Hafiz Sujat. We need to have a proper look at that one. Might have come off the right leg of Hafiz Sujat at the end. We'll get confirmation of that. But what we can confirm, it's 2-0 to Hougang United. And Tampines Rovers have yet to start in this restart of the Singapore Premier League.
Tampines have to get back in the game. This is something very, very shocking.
Well, they've hit them on the counter. That's what they've done.
Yes.
Hougang United and Tampines Rovers with all the possession. They haven't made it count, and now Gavin Lee needs to earn his stripes here and find a way to get not only 2, they want the win, they need 3 goals. Sharul. We have confirmation, it is given, the goal is given to Farhan Zulkifli. There's Zachary Anderson puts that out for corner kick to Tampines Rovers. And you have to say, game plan working to perfection for Clement Teo, hitting Tampines on the counter. But can the Stags respond here? The corner will come in from Kyoga Nakamura. It's a deep one, cleared by Sahil. Shah will get the shot away, blocked by Anderson. Anu with the header, and Mike Mitchell will complete the clearance. Oh, that's a strong challenge by Shahrul Sazali on Fahan. And that's the first yellow card of the game. Perhaps frustration there by Shahrul Sazali.
Definitely, we can see frustration kicking in Tampines side. Well, I think he has to make that tackle. If not, with his speed, there goes maybe a third goal goes in.
Well, they had a few attempts to get the ball away from the area. Oof. Perhaps winded, perhaps a dead leg there.
Yeah.
Does seem to be struggling. Fahan Zulkifli, the trainer, is on.
It's quite a challenge, see.
Well, the nickname of Shahrul Sazali is Stone. I don't know if you know that, but definitely Fahan Zulkifli will feel like he's run into a stone on that occasion.
Okay, that's quite a nick. But yeah, I think that deserves the name called Stone.
Yes. Well, good news for Hougang United. Fahan Zulkifli is back on his feet. Already with the goal. And what a start we've had. 20 minutes played. Crossfield ball looking for Nazrul. Shahrul will have to be careful for the rest of the match, walking that disciplinary tightrope. Here's Webb, who, for all his possession down the left, hasn't been able to create anything of note onto the head or feet of Boris Kopitovic. It's always been a little bit too long, a little bit too hard into Boris Kopitovic, isn't it?
Yes, I think Hougang has been pretty disciplined, the back line and the midfield line, which makes it difficult for Tampines to penetrate and find gaps for Kopitovic to receive ball. But then again, Tampines managed to, one or two times.
Ball looking for Kopitovic, who gets the header in. A quick free kick taken by Tampines Rovers. It was Nakamura looking for the height of Kopitovic, and he got the header unchallenged in the penalty area. Webb on the ground, and he's just getting to his feet, but decent ball in by Nakamura. He was left all alone, but plenty to do from quite away from goal there, Kopitovic.
Yes, yes, yes. It's quite a good delivery. Only the decision making, whether or not he can control the ball or he can lay off for the midfielder to take on the shot.
Perhaps looking out for an incoming man was the better option. Kopitovic looked to get on the score sheet, and they need him now more than ever. No foul, says referee Jensen Fu. And he looked to break here. Lionel Tan reads the situation really, really well. Gets ahead of Kopitovic. Madhu in a rush. Shah plays it out to Shahrul. And here is Webb. Good skill to get past Naufal. Once the free kick doesn't get it, and now Hougang can look for the counter. Anu. Deep ball looking for Sahil. Good first touch. Oh, tries the spectacular. Well, you wouldn't put it past him after what he created after 15 minutes.
Well, I think he don't have much choice there. I think, like what we have discussed.
Here's Webb into the area up against Anders Applin, waiting for support. Still with the Canadian, Jordan Webb. Just crowded out. Gets the corner kick. And Anu Mantan and Charlie Mitchell, they play an important role holding the fort in front of the defense today.
Yeah, I think it's been very good to see Anu and Charlie Mitchell holding the midfield line and also being very patient whenever Jordan Webb has the ball.
Corner coming in by Kyoga Nakamura. A deep one. Here's Madhu with a flick. Anu Mantan once again gets it away. Charlie Mitchell straight to Shahiran. Madhu once again onto his left foot. He shanks it a little bit. Naufal with the clearance. Shazwan to Irwan. And what you can definitely guarantee from Tampines Rovers, they're not going to go long ball. They're going to stick to their principles and play on the ground. Just too far. Here's Irwan. Webb down the center. To Kopitovic. Lionel Tan all over him. Back to Webb. Anu and Webb having a little battle. Still with Webb.
Great challenge, but very, very patient. No fouls committed. As long as here Jordan, nothing much will happen.
Madhu. Short one to Webb. Now down the right. Cross into the area, looking for Kopetovic. Well defended. Nakamura, will he get a shot away? Good fake. Nakamura! Just over the bar.
Good effort.
Ridwan Barudin saw it coming all the way through. But he faked with his left there, Nakamura. And perhaps not as strong on his right as he is on his left, Shuko.
Yeah. But still, I think it's a good shot at goal. I mean, this is the time somebody has to take charge and do something. If it's Mehmedovic, maybe it might be a goal already.
Yeah, still question marks on where Zainuddin Mehmedovic is, because he's not in the matchday squad, perhaps an injury.
Maybe.
We'll find out a little bit more post-match from Kevin Lee as Shazwan plays it out. It's a bit nervy back there. Irwan. And you can always tell that Jordan Webb is frustrated when he drifts in from the left and comes and wants to get involved and try to make things happen. He plays it out wide to Madhu Mohana. Kopetovic. Shah. Where do you see a way back through here for Tampines Rovers, Shuko, as Nakamura plays it out wide to Madhu?
Well, I think they have to play quicker than before, because every time when Hougang lose possession, Tampines is not picking up the pace.
Some heavy challenges here coming in by both Hougang and Tampines. Oh, Fahan Zulkifli chasing his own pass. Hamizan. Irwan Shah from distance. And Hougang United will want that all day long, shots from distance. And we will go into the first of the two water breaks. It is a hot and humid day here in Singapore, wherever you may be watching us. Hope you're enjoying the coverage of the AIA Singapore Premier League. Game on, it is the restart. And it is a shocker in store for us, as Tampines Rovers, Singapore Cup champions, league leaders, trail Hougang United by 2-0. What would you make of that first 25 minutes so far, Shuko Zailan?
Wow, I'm really not expecting the scoreline, 2 early goals, because I was thinking that Tampines might get the first goal from the quality of the players. But I think the game plan from Hougang is working.
Yeah, Sahil with that gem of a free kick to put Hougang 1-0 up after 15 minutes. And they made it 2. Just 3 minutes later, good work by Naufal Azman. I still think it did come off Hafiz Sujat, by the way, but goal given to Fahan Zulkifli. Either way, it's 2-0 to Hougang United.
It's a team game, team effort. I think the players will be happy with the score at the moment.
So we will restart with a goal kick for Hougang United, Ridwan Barudin, who hasn't been tested as of yet.
Not yet at the moment, yeah. All off target.
Yeah, there have been shots from distance, but hasn't troubled Ridwan. Big header by Webb. Gets over Charlie Mitchell. Final time. Has to be careful in possession. And you wouldn't change anything if you were Clement Teo, would you? The game plan has worked well, and you just sit back, wait for Tampines to come forward, invite the pressure, and use the pace that you have with Naufal, Sahil and Fahan to try and hit them.
Yes, it looks like the game plan, like I said, is working well. All they have to do is to pay a little bit more attention when Tampines midfielders have the ball. That's all, because we've seen Hamizan playing that pass from the midfield line, and that's that. Jordan Webb has been pretty quiet, with Anu closing onto him.
Yeah, Hamizan playing down the middle at the moment. Haven't seen much of the ball. Tampines Rovers, number 21. Bennett in possession. That's for the clip ball. Well, headed away by Aplin. Nakamura to Webb. It's a loose pass. The ball comes off the referee, Jansen Fu.
Hougang must be disappointed because they are about to go for a counter.
Yeah, drop ball. Hougang in possession. Anu, plenty of space to turn. Looks for the run of Hafiz Sujat, who will keep this in play. Can he get a cross in? Yes, he can. A little too deep. Nirwan Shah will mop things up, but that will go out for a throw into Hougang United. Half an hour played. Tampines 0, Hougang 2. Tampines have been piling on the shots, 8 shots to Hougang's 3. But as you said, how many of them have been on target? Not many is the answer. Nazrul with the throw. To Norfal. Shazwan will pick it up. And Tampines in a rush to get things going onto the other end of the pitch.
Yeah, Duncan, I think this is the situation I'm talking about. Straight away, Tampines have possession. The build-up is slow. They should have gone a bit faster because Hougang hasn't settled down yet. The moment Hougang has settled down, they couldn't find this space to play ball to Boris or make runs to go towards goal.
As we said, it's the team that adapts the quickest
Yeah.
to the situation, and it looks like Hougang United have been the quicker to adapt to this restart. Nakamura out wide to Webb up against Nazrul. Still with Nakamura. He comes in field. Kyoga Nakamura gets the free kick, and they can't believe it, the Hougang United players. There's Anu Manthan with the challenge. And this is the range for Kyoga Nakamura, isn't it?
Yes. I think they are looking for fouls outside the penalty box. They want to play these short free kicks outside the box or direct.
It's a strong challenge by Anu Manthan. And if you ask Kyoga Nakamura if he could place the ball anywhere for a free kick situation, it would probably be around this area, wouldn't it?
Yes. I think this is ideal free kick for any free kick specialist.
Coming from Shukos Island, we'll take your word for it. You scored a few belters in your career, and Kyoga Nakamura will hope to score one similar to what Zahil Suhaimi did earlier on. It's a big wall once again. It's Kyoga Nakamura against the wall. And Amirul Adli flashes the rebound wildly away. Oh, built him up. It's a 5-man wall. Hougang United comfortable in the end. So they do have options off the bench. Taufik Suparno in Fazrul Nawaz. I think Gavin will give until halftime as that challenge comes in. A strong one. Bennett is down, so is Anu Manthan. Shah not happy with the challenge by M. Anu Manthan. And Jansen Fu trying to defuse the situation. Both players look to be okay, but it's getting feisty out there. And Jansen Fu just trying to put a lid on this. You're always going to expect some aggression from M. Anu Manthan, aren't you? He's known for that.
Yeah, that is his strength. He is always the one doing the dirty job in the midfield zone.
Have a closer look at what happened here. Well, I think perhaps they're not happy as the yellow card is given. I think to Sahil Suhaimi. I think we weren't happy with the stamping almost motion of
Yeah.
M. Anu Manthan. I thought it was okay.
Yeah, I thought it was okay too.
Sahil, Sahil Suhaimi with the yellow card there, pulling back Kyoga Nakamura. First yellow card for Hougang United. Yellow card to add to his goal so far. Nakamura once again in charge of the set piece situation. It's a flat ball Doesn't find a black shirt. Farhan keeps it in play. No, he doesn't.
I love his pace. Super fast.
Oh, he's frighteningly fast, isn't he, Farhan Zulkifli? Well, on the other end of the pitch, here's Kopitovic. Being denied a strike. Hamizan out wide to Shah. Gets a cross in, blocked by Hafiz Sujat. They want handball. Anumantan on the ground. They're asking for the ball to be played out. Tampines Rovers playing on. Shah. Looking far post for Madhu, who's found himself in an attacking position. And Hougang United not happy that play wasn't stopped. Jansen Fu will allow the trainer on for Anumantan. But Zachary Anderson having words with the Tampines Rovers players. Speaking to Daniel Bennett that he perhaps should have asked the players to kick the ball out. Where do you stand on that one? Should the referee stop it, or is it up to the players?
I think it's always, we look at how bad the injury is, but I think this is something that is not life-threatening. Maybe that's why a referee decided to not make a call. And Tampines definitely is desperate for goal.
Yeah.
So why should they stop, right? So I mean, sportsmanship at the end of the day.
If the shoe was on the other foot, would Hougang United have put the ball out? We won't know. We won't know. But what we will know is there is a corner kick for Tampines Rovers, which Kyoga Nakamura will take. And hasn't found his mark so far in terms of set-piece deliveries, Nakamura. As we enter the final 9 minutes of the half, looking for Madhu Mohana. Again, another attempt on goal, but not on target.
Not on target, yeah. Still rusty, but I do hope shots on target come in fast.
Ridwan Barudin would most probably have claimed that if it was on target. Anumantan is back on the pitch, so Hougang United back to their full complement of 11 players. Ridwan's ball out looking for Hafiz Sujat, who gets the flick on. Mitchell with the header to Farhan. Here is Sahil. Holds up play well. Hafiz, Farhan. That's a good ball to Hafiz Sujat, who cuts in. Hafiz Sujat onto his right foot. Looking for Mitchell. Just crowded out there, the Englishman. Madhu. Played back to Shazwan. And here's Bennett. Nakamura with a crossfield ball. Kopitovic will get there ahead of Lionel Tan. Good hold-up play by Kopitovic. Look at the work rate there by Sahil Suhaimi. He's up for this. As calm as you like. Lionel Tan will complete the clearance. Impressed with Sahil Suhaimi so far, Shuko.
Yes, I am. I think he's working hard. Like I said, if you give him confidence and he get already a goal, I think he's very, very psyched for the game.
Well, M. Anumantan just off camera has gone down once again, and I think he will need to be replaced. He doesn't look too happy, doesn't he?
Yeah, we can see in his face. I think it's a blow for Hougang right now. An advantage for Tampines, I believe.
Well, the fourth official is readying a board, and I think it's likely that Hougang will have to make a change, and Anu will leave the pitch. And Hougang will go down to 10 men temporarily.
Well, they have Fabian Kwok.
Well, Fabian is ready, and he's come on. So the first change for Hougang United, like-for-like change, Hartman for Hartman in midfield, as Tampines don't want to waste any time here. Webb, Nakamura, looking for Jordan Webb. Well, we talk about the strength in depth that Tampines have. Not so bad having Fabian Kwok come off the bench to replace Anumantan.
Yeah, Fabian is another player who has achieved quite a few good things in his career. A workhorse, aggressive, and playing style similar to Anu. So I think it's a good change.
Something to prove as well. Former Tampines Rovers player, Fabian Kwok. This is Madu Mohana. No one really making the run off the ball for him, and that's very unlike a Tampines Rovers side. Shah down the right, gets a cross in to Kopitovic. It's a difficult one to control. Lionel Tan tries to set Norfolk away. They've gone very, very deep here, Hougang. Good reading of the game. Lionel Tan once again. He's had a good start to this game. And the skills, Lionel Tan.
That's nice to see. Comfortable with the ball. I think we all need that in every centre-backs.
Well, I talked him up and then he gives the ball away. Ball looking for Jordan Webb. Ridwan comes out and claims it as we enter the final 5 minutes of the half here at OTH. And it's OMG as Tampines Rovers trail by 2 goals to 0. Hougang United with 2 superbly worked goals. Sahil Suhaimi, it's a free kick that we'll see plenty more of, I'm sure. Gem of a free kick as he wins another free kick. And good play, a team build up from the counter. Naufal Azman on his debut setting up Farhan Zulkifli. Now for the first time, a push in these situations. And a free kick for Hougang United. Would you be critical of Tampines so far, or would you give credit to Hougang, Shuko?
I think I have to give credit to Hougang. Their game plan is working well. They go very fast on the counter. They have very good speedy wingers, which is Farhan and Naufal. I'm impressed with their work rate.
Hafiz and Sahil standing over this. They go straight for goal. It will be Sahil. Worth an attempt.
Quite a distance, but yeah, still an attempt. Just off target. It'd be better if he deliver into the box instead.
But just have a look straight away in the defensive shape that Hougang United have. As soon as that free kick was taken, everyone came back into their position, disciplined, they've been drilled, they know what to do.
Yes, it seems that way that this is their game plan for today, definitely. You can see they have been very disciplined. Back line and midfield line.
They lose out again in attack. Tampines. Amrul will mop things up.
But let's not forget, they have Shawal. Imagine the wingers are down on the second half. They still have Shawal to make the run.
Options off the bench as well. And Shafiq Ghani.
Yes.
And with 5 substitutes, likely to see them at some point. There's Webb. Still Jordan Webb. Looking for movement. Nakamura. Patient build-up by the Stags. No real movement ahead of Jordan Webb. Check back to Nakamura once again. Driven ball to Irwan. He can't control it. Webb still in possession. Bennett. Playing down the wing. Daniel Bennett. Farhan. Putting him under pressure. Nakamura. Some time here for Amirul Ali. Tries the link up with Kopitovic. Nakamura. Some sustained pressure here by the Stags. Looking to score at least one before the break. Shah. Well, they can't break through this Hougang wall, can they, at the moment? Nakamura. Ball into the area. Lionel Tan with the clearance. Been really impressed with the defensive work of Hougang United so far. Nakamura trying to make something happen. Lionel Tan again in the way. It will be a corner. It will be Nakamura once again. Near post. Guess who? Lionel Tan.
pretty impressive so far. Winning a lot of balls. And also very comfortable with the ball.
Nakamura goes far, looking for Webb. Gets the flick back. Zachary Anderson and Ridwan Barudin getting into each other's way, almost causing some confusion.
There's a risk, but at least he's out for safety.
Now Webb did well to just hook this back into the danger zone.
No one is reacting to this, so it's a pity for Jordan because that's a nice flick back.
Yeah, Webb will take the corner. Far post looking for Madhu. Gets a flick on it, but not on goal. And we go into added time of this first half. We'll take into account the water break, of course. But not much to add at the end of this first half for referee Jensen Fu, who's done well. He's stopped a little bit of tension boiling between both sides.
Yeah, I think it's very important, man in the middle, to control these kind of big games.
Irwan Shah with a cross. Can't find Kopitovic. He's almost playing a lonesome role up front, having to deal with Zach Anderson, Lionel Tan, and then the Zaplet.
Yeah, I think he has finally found his match. Big, same height, strong, so it's not easy for Kopitovic today.
Ridwan will take all the time that he's allowed to put his back into play, and perhaps Jensen Fu will blow the halftime whistle. Or maybe not. Strong header by Bennett. Hafiz Sujat hacks it away. Hafiz once again wins the throw for Hougang United. Well, plenty for Gavin Lee to do at halftime. An important team talk. He tries to find a way through the defense of Hougang United, who have stood solid so far. Mitchell loses out. Hamizan to Webb. Final opportunity of the half, perhaps, for Tampines Rovers. Jordan Webb with several step-overs with the shots. And that's comfortable. Is that the first shot on target, perhaps, for Tampines Rovers in this match?
I believe so. That's the first shot on target.
It's easy enough for the captain for today, Ridwan Barudin. We still play on here in this first half. Bennett caught by Sahil, who has to be careful. Already on a yellow. Nakamura to Webb. Still with Jordan Webb taking on Norfal. Canadian again looking up, looking for options. Can't squeeze it through to Boris Kopitovic, and that will be the last action of the half as referee Jensen Fu brings an end to this excellent game so far here at our Tampines Hub. And just catching my eye on what's happening, he's asked Tampines Rovers to walk off the pitch first with the safe distancing protocols. Tampines Rovers to walk off the pitch first, and then followed by Hougang United. Well, what a half of football we've had here at OTH. Tampines Rovers 0, Hougang United 2. Goals by Sahil Suhaimi in the 15th minute and Farhan Zulkifli in the 18th minute. Hougang United lead by 2-0. Thoughts on the first half, Shuko?
Again, this is something that caught us by surprise. The reason being is that I'm expecting Tampines to take the lead, but I think looking at Hougang game plan, it worked so far with a solid back line and then going for that counter attack, and it's very fast. So it's good. It's good. It's good to see the scoreline with Tampines down 2-0.
Gavin Lee with plenty to do at halftime. We will see you in 15 minutes time for the second half. Look, it's a relief. I have to say that football is back in Singapore. What kind of work did you have to go through in the past 6 months to make this possible?
I think it was no, Duncan. I think it's a roller coaster of an experience because I think at the initial stage or at the initial period of the pandemic, and we went into circuit breaker. Sport at that point in time, or football, was the last thing that we had in our minds. We wanted to ensure that the safety of our stakeholders, the safety of our colleagues, the general public, I think that was paramount at that point in time. But then we saw how the work was done by the government, how they handled the crisis. Of course, there were certain periods of that time when things were not really looking good. And the incredible work of the frontliners, I think that gave some confidence that perhaps we will be able to see sports back in whichever form. There were a lot of scenario plannings. We have just finished 13 games at the start of the league before we got suspended or the league got suspended, and we had that whole backlog of matches that we needed to complete. So the scenario plannings were in what format do we play, in what kind of venues do we play, do we all just put all the games in one venue? But here we are, finally given the green light to be able to resume. We are excited. I don't think I've been this excited since the birth of my daughters. But yeah, so one day away from the resumption.
Yeah. Were you prepared to write off the season at all?
I've got to be honest, at that point in time, at the very early stages, we thought we may have to. And then as it took longer for us to be able to get some form of attraction in getting the resumption notice, we thought we would run out of days. We were in the month of September, or at that point in time, perhaps August. But when we did get the go-ahead to do full training, we saw hope. And we never gave up on that hope. And I think there was a lot of confidence by the authorities to know that we were in control of how we want to put things out. And of course, the safe management measures that we put in place, there were a lot of discussion that we had with the authorities as well, and it was approved.
Here comes Navas!
Great control by Ernie Tapai.
Still Ernie Tapai, it's a goal! It is a goal!
And Kadim's got there and he's turned the defence as his foe! Super stuff!
Is to crown the first ever women's ESPL champion. Sane Gucci! Sane Gucci! The goalkeeper does it! He sprints away in jubilation! Even the goalkeeper is getting in on it! I think we've already seen who will be the queen, but it is now time for a coronation. Congratulations there to Lutfia Hana. Tampines Rovers versus Lion City Sailors. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your final two. Andy Bengali slots it home. Remember, the first team to 3 wins takes the championship title. Iggy goes for a shot. It is a free kick special. Wonderful there. What a shot and what a goal. Fantastic work. The Tampines Rovers duo have come out as champions. All hail the new king.
Let's talk about a little bit of the amendments that have been made to the laws of the game for this particular season. 5 substitutes per match. There will be water breaks, and also a change in the way it's going to be this season. There will be only 2 rounds and no Singapore Cup. So let's go one by one. The 5 substitutes and the water breaks, that's something that we've seen in the European leagues when they did have the restart. Is that something in a similar vein that you're thinking, the risk of injury and hydration, especially during this time, that's important for the players?
Absolutely. They have not seen competitive action for 7 months or nearly 7 months. While they may have trained or started training in full over a month ago, I think the condition of the body may not have been used to what they will experience from tomorrow. So we have the competitions committee as well as the medical committee coming together to look at all aspects, how to safeguard and prevent any form of injuries as much as we can without compromising what the competition is all about. So the 5 substitution addresses that, to be able to give more players the chance to get onto the pitch and get into the groove of things. Water breaks, very simply, is to prevent injuries, to be able to. And of course, the other reason is that when you do have dedicated water breaks like that, it's easy to be able to control that the players drink from their assigned bottles.
Yes.
As compared to during halftime or full time only. So that's one. And then coming to the competition, as I said, we ran out of days to be able to complete 3 rounds, which we typically have in a season. But we decided we'll go down to 2 rounds to be able to finish the season. Unfortunately, the Singapore Cup is a massive competition. I know there are clubs who do have Cup journey as one of their key priorities as well. Obviously, it gives you passage into the regional tournaments in AFC. But we want to get over that line to get the season done. And of course, the Cup will be back next year.
Look, it's a relief. I have to say that football is back in Singapore. What kind of work did you have to go through in the past 6 months to make this possible?
I think it was no, Duncan. I think it's a roller coaster of an experience because I think at the initial stage or at the initial period of the pandemic, and we went into circuit breaker. Sport at that point in time, or football, was the last thing that we had in our minds. We wanted to ensure that the safety of our stakeholders, the safety of our colleagues, the general public, I think that was paramount at that point in time. But then we saw how the work was done by the government, how they handled the crisis. Of course, there were certain periods of that time when things were not really looking good. And the incredible work of the frontliners, I think that gave some confidence that perhaps we will be able to see sports back in whichever form. There were a lot of scenario plannings. We have just finished 13 games at the start of the league before we got suspended, the league.
Welcome back to our Tampines Hub as both teams have made their way onto the pitch. And I've been looking at some stats at halftime, courtesy of the SPL website, and you can find great information on spl.sg. And here are some facts for you. Tampines have lost just one of their last 19 league games at our Tampines Hub. Tampines have won 9 and drawn 1 out of their last 10 encounters. And Hougang's last win against Tampines Rovers came in August 2016 in a 2-1 triumph at Jurong West Stadium when Tampines Rovers called Jurong West Stadium home. I've said all that information, Shuko Zailan, because the halftime score here is Tampines Rovers 0, Hougang United 2. Are we in store for a shock, and will Hougang United get their first win against Tampines Rovers since August 2016?
Wow. The records is amazing. I'm really hoping that Tampines change something. They have to pick up the pace, definitely, because they are not moving forward and taking shots on target. As we can see, first half, most of the targets are off target, right?
There has been a change for Tampines Rovers. You said bring the changes in. Taufik Suparno is on the pitch. Just trying to get confirmation on who has made way. I believe it is Hamizan Hisham, who struggled to get on the ball in the first half. So Gavin Lee straight away with a response. Hamizan out, Taufik Suparno in. More attacking options off the bench, and now he needs to throw them on. He has Fazul Nawaz as well, but as Sahil Sohaimi gets us underway, Hougang United attacking from left to right in their blue strip. What will Taufik Suparno bring to this side, Shuko?
Well, I think he will bring more aggressiveness up in attack, because at first half we can see that only Boris holding the ball but no support for him. So I think now with Taufik coming in, he will definitely have more options for Boris to set up players around him.
Early free kick opportunity for Hougang United. Sahil Zohaimi standing over this. Scored from a position not too dissimilar from this in the first half. Likely to deliver here, surely. And the big men have gone forward for Hougang United. Sahil's ball into the area. And that's good clean hands from Shazwan Buhari. No evident change in shape for Tampines Rovers, just change in personnel. Here is Sharul. Hougang back into the defensive shell. First touch for Taufik. Back to Sharul. Looking for the run of Taufik. Oh. Surrounded by 3 Hougang players, gets a free kick. It's good sharp play by the substitute Taufik Supano.
Well, his presence definitely feeling. We can feel straight away he's going up to an attack. Strong, fast. It will give problems to the back line for Hougang United.
Nazrul Nazari just sticking a leg out there, causing that foul, and Nakamura will stand over it. And an early goal will do wonders for Tampines Rovers. Clement too, I'm sure his message at the break would have been more of the same, please. For Gavin Lee, as you said, just need more aggression in attack. Ball into the area by Nakamura. Charlie Mitchell gets it away. Bouncing in the area, chance by Amirul Ali, blocked. Still pinball, Madhu, another shot blocked. Early pressure by Tampines Rovers. They can counter here, Charlie Mitchell finds, or tries to find Fabian Kwok. Sharul tries to deal with it, loses out to Fabian, who then gives it away. Madhu wins the free kick. And they take it quickly. Nakamura playing more on the left in this second half. Kopitovic makes the run. Oh, he came short and then made the run and tried to catch out the Hougang United defense. And it's going to take something special to break past that blue wall of Hougang United.
Yes, yes. I think we can see Tampines definitely is picking up the pace, trying to break fast.
It's a foul on Nazrul by Taufik. Tries to set play away. It's a foul on the edge of the area, a yellow card for Amirul Ali, and they just fell asleep at the back there. The Tampines Rovers. And if not mistaken, they have made a change as well here, Hougang United. Looks like Muhaimin Suhaimi. Just catching myself as he's made his way onto the pitch. And I believe it is in place of Nofal, who had a spectacular start in that first half. So Nofal has made way. Muhaimin is in place of him. And he's another pacey customer, Muhaimin Suhaimi. So they've made 2 changes so far, Hougang United, just the one for Tampines Rovers. It's Hafiz Sujat off the wall. I don't think that would have troubled Ridwan Barudin if it did find its way through.
Not at all, Duncan. I think there was not a good delivery at all. He definitely can do better knowing his quality.
Correction, wouldn't have troubled Shazwan Buhari. Getting my goalkeepers mixed up. But yeah, confirmation, there has been that change. Muhaimin Suhaimi, as you can see in picture, trying to get ahead of Jordan Webb. He's on. And Naufal Azman is off.
Well, it seems like Clement is making use of 5 subs very, very well. Exchanging speedy wingers for speedy wingers to give more problems for Tampines.
Yeah, it's good to see, and this, of course, will be beneficial to the teams who have big benches to call upon.
Yes, definitely. I think it's good to make full use of what you have to capitalize, because now Hougang is leading, so why not lead more if you can?
Here's Webb to Shah. Kopitovic still battling away with Lionel Tan. And he can break here. Hougang, Farhan. Still in possession, Farhan Zulkifli. Just runs into a cul-de-sac, wins it back here. Farhan. He's had a game and a half. Been brilliant so far. Hafiz tries to link up with Mitchell. Too strong there by Daniel Bennett. Bodies all over the ground here at OTH. You talk about the changes, Shuko. The players are fit, but are they match fit? Will they struggle as the game wears on when we hit the 70-minute mark?
Well, maybe that's why this 5 subs is very good for games to come, because as you can see, if any player is tired and you have a player that you can change one for one, speedy players, you have to make full use of it. And you can see, even if another player goes down, you still have 3 more to come in.
Mitchell spreads it out wide here to Mohamed. Keeps it in play. Under pressure by Sharul. Mitchell. Fabian Kwok has found himself down the right. He wins the throw for the Cheetahs. Both sides, of course, were due to take part in the rest of the AFC Cup campaign, but that has been cancelled. Ambitions of qualifying for AFC competitions, beat the Champions League or the AFC Cup next season. The highest ranked local side will gain direct entry into the AFC Champions League. Mohamed's ball in. Irwan to Taufik. And here's the substitute, Taufik Suparno, taking the ball for a run. And Charlie Mitchell is using his body, nudging him aside illegally. Jansen Fu calls for the foul for Tampines Rovers. Ball spread out wide to Madhu Mohana. They're pushing more men forward here, Tampines Rovers, looking for a goal to breathe life back into this match for them. Nakamura to Sharul. Back to Nakamura, who can swing it in. Cuts onto his right foot. Will he have a go here? Nakamura comes off a combination of Applin and Zachary Anderson. Corner kick. The Tampines Rovers. Everyone expected him to have a shot or cross with his left. Nakamura on his right.
I was expecting him to take a shot earlier, but yeah, again, he pulled it back to look for more open gaps before taking the shot.
Corner taken short. Nakamura again with the fake. Kyoga Nakamura, pass 1, pass 2. Can't find Boris Kopitovic. Shah, ball into the area, hit it away. Hougang United, and that defense holding strong. Can they sustain this pressure? Tampines Rovers looking for Amirul Adli. Doesn't fall to a black shirt. Hafiz Sujat can't lose it there. A big scrap in midfield. And the decision will go Tampines Rovers' way. Free kick taken quickly. Sharul, he can crack them from far. To Webb. Slows down the pace of the game. Sharul once again. Nakamura. We've seen plenty of the ball in the first 10 minutes of the second half. Looking for a gap past this Hougang United defense. Deep cross. Coming together between Kopitovic and Lionel Tan. And that's fantastic defending by Lionel Tan. And if I had to pick the man of the match, Shuko, I think Lionel Tan would be up there, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I think he deserved man of the match for today's game. He's been very, very disciplined, holding Kopitovic from getting a lot of positions to take shot at goal, to create. So I think he deserved man of the match for today.
Well, he has to keep it up for the next 35 minutes, of course.
Yes, of course.
And a tidbit for you, Hougang are yet to keep a clean sheet after 6 games in all competitions in 2020. They've certainly worked on that during the COVID break because they look solid at the back and they've gone to basics. Webb. Nakamura. Sharul. Plenty of possession. Amirul. Nakamura. Players waiting for the ball in the area. Webb. Down the center. Trying to get past Mitchell. Shah. Well, it's attack versus defense, isn't it? Shah. Can't squeeze it past to Kopitovic. Sahil goes down under that challenge. Doesn't get the decision. And they're back into their shell. Hougang United once again. And we love attacking displays of football, but you have to give credit where it's due. This is fantastic work by Hougang United so far. Shah looking for the ball in, and it's well worked to Erwan Shah. Well, they almost squeezed their way through Tampines Rovers past Hougang United. It's a good first touch. And is he onside here? Muhaimin, he is. He's looking for support. Muhaimin has a free man in the middle to make it 3-0. They're asking for the penalty, but what a chance wasted by Hougang United to have buried this game. And it was Farhan Zulkifli who had the opportunity to wrap this game up.
That's a beautiful ball from Sahil. Good run.
And Muhaimin found his man. It was Farhan Zulkifli. He has to do better.
He has to, definitely. I would think that it's a clear-cut goal.
Suspect there might have been a bobble right before he took the shot there. Excuse, or still on second thought, perhaps should have buried it.
He should have buried it, definitely. Is that a goal?
Well, they will look back at that opportunity, Clementio, if they do not come away from OTH with all 3 points. He's getting attention here. He's a young player. And he had his moment of brilliance early on in the game. But should have definitely got his second and wrapped the game up. But they're going to leave gaps at the back, and we expect that from Tampines Rovers as they push forward. Ball over the top, looking for Webb. Ainul Tan has been everywhere. Madhu. So all Tampines Rovers in terms of possession. Dinked ball in, looking for the equalizer, for the goal back, and they have it. They pull a goal back. And they're racing back.
Finally, Duncan.
Well, they were looking for a way past the Hougang United defense, and a scoop ball here by Kyoga Nakamura to perfection, finding Erwan Shah. And they're back in this Tampines Rovers. And they have half an hour to find the equalizer.
Well, we've seen that 2 to 3 times in the first half with Shahiran playing that ball, am I right?
It was Nakamura who played the ball.
Nakamura, yes.
And it was the run of Erwan Shah who has made that run several times in this match.
Sorry, my correction. Hamizan on the first half playing this through ball from the midfield line.
Taufik trying to dribble his way through. But set up perfectly here. So we have 60 minutes on the clock. Dominant in terms of corners, Tampines Rovers. 6 to Hougang 0. The scoreline reads Tampines 1, Hougang 2. It's Irwan Shah with the goal. Well, how does that change the game plan for Hougang United? They still have the lead, still back in the shell. And will they just take it? You know, they've breached us once. Let's make sure it doesn't happen again.
Yeah, like I said earlier, in the first half, Tampines tried to play this deep ball and managed to pass the back line. And they have to be careful. And you can see they managed to get that goal earlier.
His Webb.
15 minutes.
The goal scorer, Irwan Shah. Taufik, can he get a cross in? That's well, shield the ball, uses his strength. Try and win a throw, perhaps. No nonsense there by Anders Aplin, who used to call our Tampines Hub home for Geylang International. Webb. Jordan Webb. Cannons off Fabian Kwok. Nakamura. All Tampines, isn't it? Webb once again looking for that ball again. Ridwan comes out, doesn't get it. Danger averted. Webb tries the shot to Nakamura, blocked again. And they win it high up. His back's to the wall stuff by Hougang United. Shah to Webb with the flick, looking for Kopitovic. They have to be so careful. They're so slick and quick with the passes around the area, Tampines Rovers. As you can see, in a rush there to get things back onto the pitch. Shah. Fascinating watch here. Webb. Nakamura. To Madhu. A little bit too much pace on them. Madhu gets ahead. And the equalizer comes. Oh, the flag has gone up. Flag has gone up. Well, joy short-lived. It was Irwan Shah who got onto the end of it once again. And can we have a better look here? Madhu with the first touch. With the cross. They ask for the flag. They get it. It's such a tight situation. Was he offside? That is the question. The angle wasn't the best. From the replay. No VAR, of course. But have they got away with one here, Hougang United?
Yeah, I think they've been pretty lucky. For me, I think it's questionable. But again, I would love that be the goal. Because the move is quite solid.
Yeah, it was great play. Madhu Mohanak latching onto his own first touch. Got the cross in. No one picking up Irwan Shah. Flag has gone up. We have a closer look at this. When Madhu makes the cross here. Well, they might say keeper and defender in whichever way it is. Keeper was ahead of defender.
Yeah.
Right decision in the end, looking at it, Shuko.
Yeah, I think it's the right call. Maybe if it was a cutback, then it's a different opinion. But this was playing forward, and I think the position is quite clear-cut.
Well, whatever it is, Tampines Rovers knocking on the door and knocking really, really hard. And we look back at that opportunity that Farhan Zulkifli had at 2-0 to make it 3, and how things have turned around. Problem now for Hougang United is Sahil Suhaimi. Looks to be in some discomfort. Gingerly makes his way off the pitch. I can see below us that Shawal Anwar is getting ready to come on. The signal from the sports trainer is Sahil Suhaimi has had enough. He's had his goal. He's struggling at the moment, Sahil. I think he will likely now be replaced by Shawal Anwar. Not a bad replacement. Farhan. Gets out from a tight situation to Tan. Anderson. Mitchell. Lionel Tan. Tampines win it back. Long searching ball looking for Webb, who is offside. Flag has gone up. There's going to be a double change by Hougang. Shafiq Ghani as well, down by the touchline. Well, they're not going to shut up shop. By the looks of it, they're going to bring on two attackers here, Clementio. The best form of defense is attack. Hougang temporarily down to 10 men. Sahil Suhaimi off screen is receiving treatment, and we do believe his race is run for this match. Sharul. Amirul. Nakamura to Madhu. Irwan. Decent cross comes into Webb, who was left all alone in between Aplin and Zach Anderson, and should have made more of it. Jordan Webb.
Should have been a goal, Duncan.
Or did he just take his eye off the ball at the very last minute? He's not happy with it. As we see the double change. Confirmation that it is Shawal and Shafiq. And Farhan will be replaced. And so will Sahil Suhaimi. You like those changes? He's really going for it, Clement, instead of perhaps shutting up shop.
I think Hougang is trying to keep the lead. Shawal has been a good player, a good season last season. So attackingly, I think it will provide Hougang with more quality.
First
and
touch
speed.
there for Shawal Anwar. So Shafiq will play as the man up top. Shawal down the left. Muhaimin down the right. So they've changed the front three here. Hougang United. Shafiq battling away with Sharul. Aplin, that came off. Tampines player. Took a while for the flag to go out there. Shafiq was offside. Free kick quickly taken. Nakamura in a rush. He set up one goal today, Kyoga Nakamura. Some urgency shown here by the Stags. Webb. Ball out to the left is Sharul. Doing their defensive duties diligently, the two substitutes, but with fresh legs, always a danger on the counter. It's a good clearance. Shafiq Ghani lays it off to Kwok. Switches play to Shawal, who switches it himself to Shafiq Ghani. Plenty of space here for Shafiq to take on Amirul. Plays it in, looking for Shawal. There's a mismatch between him and Daniel Bennett in terms of strength. And we're going to see a debut for Baihaki Kaizan, as we see the early opportunity. A close friend of yours and teammate in the past, Baihaki Kaizan.
It's nice to see him back in our league.
Baihaki will replace Amirul Ali. Not sure if it's an injury for Amirul.
Well, Amirul is on a yellow card anyway, so I think they have to play safe. Looking at how Hougang is attacking right now, so I think it's a great change.
We will go into the second of the water breaks. in the 70th minute mark. Tampines Rovers, they have scored the one. As we look back at the goals, this was back in the 15th minute. It was a fantastic free kick by Sahil Suhaimi. What a start to the game it was for them, and it got even better 3 minutes later. Naufal Azman set up Farhan Zulkifli to make it 2-0. They had an opportunity to make it 3-0 as well. Tampines Rovers made them pay the price. Fantastic ball in by Nakamura. Fantastic header equally by Erwan Shah. And that's the story of the game with 20 minutes to go. And Tampines Rovers 1, Hougang United 2. Still time for Tampines to get an equalizer, plenty of time. Perhaps even when they do get an equalizer, have to go for the winner. But Hougang United have been defending really, really well in this game. And we'll look at perhaps just a hiccup in allowing Erwan Shah to stray away from the defense and get that free header. But beyond that, it's been really, really good defending. Here is Baihaki in a Tampines Rovers jersey. Diagonal ball. Ridwan comes out and claims it. Two great servants of Singapore football, Baihaki Kaizan and Daniel Bennett, isn't it? Shuko Zailan making up the defense for Tampines Rovers at the moment.
Yeah, I think they give a lot of experience for the team. Despite their age, I think it's good that the young players are learning from these two players.
Throw will go Hougang United's way. Just slowing down the pace of the game. Shafiq, Hafiz, Nakamura picks up the loose ball, Taufik. Here's another touch for Baihaki. Sharul. As they push forward here, Tampines Rovers. Webb, who's played exclusively through the middle in the second half. Taking on Charlie Mitchell, who doesn't want to get too close. Madu clipped one in. Looking for Kopitovic. Erwan Shah picks up the loose ball. Sharul, Nakamura. Look how deep Hougang United are. Sharul Sazali can get a cross in. Headed away by Aplin. Nakamura mops up in midfield. Bennett. Taufik. Decent ball in. Looking for Erwan Shah. Coming together, Nakamura coming worse off that. Heavy challenge coming in. Yellow card to Taufik Suparno, who was already sent off this season against Brunei DPMM. A really strong challenge.
Strong challenge, good call by the referee.
He's done well, Jansen Fu. I said that in his first half, second half, handled it well. And you can see the players physically, they're tired now. Shuko. They have brought in fresh legs, but the players who have played from minute one, you just tell that it's taking a toll, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not easy because you can see most of the possession is with Tampines Rovers. And to stay disciplined, to keep in shape, it's not easy to last 90 minutes. Definitely back line slowly getting tired.
Oh, look at that. For a stat, 20 shots by Tampines Rovers, 5 by Hougang United. Score, Tampines 1, Hougang 2. That's football for you, isn't it? Erwan Shah down the left. Webb. Comes off Mitchell. Back to Webb. Webb onto his right. Nakamura gets away from the defender. Still with the Japanese. Sharul clips it to Kopitovic. And we haven't mentioned much of Kopitovic in this match, and he's been well marshalled. As Hougang look to break with Shawal.
Great ball.
It's a good ball out to Hafiz. They're streaming forward here, Hougang United. Defensive work by Shah Shahiran is fantastic. You just see Hafiz Ujat just taking a little breather. They're always susceptible to that counter as they push men forward, Tampines, and as the minutes tick by, they're going to push more men forward. I'm sure of that.
It's definitely better.
We're not used to seeing Tampines Rovers losing, are we?
Yeah, definitely. I feel very awkward right now. But it's nice to see that they are picking up the pace, the intensity of the game in the second half for Tampines Rovers.
Irwan Shah. He helped himself to 1 goal already. Loose ball. And here is Shafiq Ghani, Hougan's number 7. Charlie Mitchell making a lung-busting run, doesn't get the ball. Fabian. Ball over the top to Mohaimin, who is onside. Heavy first touch. Paid the price for that in the end, Mohaimin. Mitchell. Another substitution coming up for Tampines Rovers. Aplin. Huzaifa Aziz is about to make an entrance. Free kick will go Tampines Rovers' way. And here's the change, and the goal scorer, Irwan Shah, will be replaced by Huzaifa Aziz. What did you make of Irwan Shah today, Shuko?
Well, it's doing very well. I think Huzaifa coming in is also a good player, good talent. I can make runs down the line. Quite more creative juices there, I guess.
Hopefully he will have the impact that Irwan Shah has had on this game. That is the hope for Gavin Lee, of course. Nakamura. Mitchell gets the header. Zachary Anderson with a clearance that sets Shafiq Ghani away. Shafiq up against Baihaki, looking for support. What can he create here? Shafiq Ghani goes down in the area. Wants the penalty. Jensen Fu just waves play away. And Tampines not hanging about. Nakamura to Kopitovic, who tries to roll Nazrul. Nazrul just brings down Kopitovic, and free kick coming up for Tampines Rovers.
It's another great position for free kick, Duncan.
Well, it's if you're a left footer here, you would think you would send it into the area looking for a big man, but do you think he would have seen what perhaps Sahil did in the first half and surprise everyone going for goal here? There is a gap for Nakamura. Well, he sends it in to the far post.
It's a bit too far.
Yeah, too far. Daniel Bennett keeps it in play. And he's in a rush to get the game going once again here. Sharul lining up in the area. Huzaifa. Nakamura, who has seen plenty of the ball in the second half. Baihaki down the left wing. Gets a cross in. A confusion, and Kopitovic with the strike. Ooh. Well, miscommunication between Anders and Zachary Anderson. And almost gifted Kopitovic the chance for an equalizer. And evidence of how far they're pushing forward here. Baihaki Kaizan down the left wing.
It's Fabian and Zachary, Duncan. It's a miscommunication between the two. Yeah, but I think they have to cut down on these mistakes.
Kopitovic chasing down every cause. 10 minutes to go at OTH. And it's anybody's guess how this will end up. Tampines have been creating chances. Hougang have been creating chances. You do feel it's not the end of the goal scoring here.
Yeah, second half, attackingly, Hougang has been more open. And you can see now they have Shawal and Shafiq getting the breaks. So it's definitely a different second half team from Hougang. And Tampines too, like we've mentioned, they're coming in fast than first half.
Do you expect Fazrul Nawas to make an appearance?
Oh, well, I hope so. I think because, again, we don't waste the substitution, you know. You can make 5 changes, so why not? You still have time. He can provide something for the team.
Well, he guarantees goals, doesn't he, Fazrul? And of course, another story there, former Hougang player. Is it written in the stars? And they've been racking up the fouls here, Hougang United. Nakamura, tug back, play on, says the ref. And here's Hafiz Sujat. Here's Muhaimin and Shawal in support. Just ran out of legs there, Taufik. A little sharper in the challenge. And they want it played the other way here. Webb. Trying to create something. Nakamura with the flick. No nonsense by Anders Zeppelin. Tired legs. And Charlie Mitchell is down, will require the trainer on and perhaps the stretcher, and he's put a shift in. And Charlie Mitchell, he's been everywhere. And you can't blame the players. You know, we do know they are professionals and they have to be fit, and they, you know, are paid to last the 90 minutes, but it's different and difficult circumstances for them, not having had the chance to play a proper friendly match after, well, 7 months of time off, basically, from professional football and playing in a competitive match. You're going to see tired legs.
Yeah, I think it happens. I think, like you said, 7 months out of football, no competitive football, training in small groups, Zoom trainings, internal 11 versus 11. I think it's different from playing competitively.
Well, they push forward. Tampines to Webb. Mitchell waiting to get back on the pitch. Nakamura. Sharul. Again with Kyoga Nakamura. Mitchell is back on. Sharul. Can he get a cross in? It's a low one. Looking for Madhu. Webb. Still Jordan Webb. It's found its way here to Nazrul. And Nazrul Nazari still in possession. Will he go all the way? Shaul Anwar screaming for it, just couldn't get the pass, and he's out of position now. Nazrul Nazari. And now they attack down that vacant right spot. Here's Webb. Little shimmy. Nakamura. Kopitovic is left unmarked in the area. Boris Kopitovic. Still with Boris. Saved Ridwan. Well, just bulldozed his way through. Did Boris.
Well, I was thinking that he would have crossed that ball.
Yeah, he tried the shot here. Got the lucky bounce.
Jordan was seen asking for the ball to be played to him. He's wide open.
Change for Hougang. Maksat Zaki Baliev is on. And he has replaced Charlie Mitchell. And he will provide some steal. Madhu Mohana with a long throw. Ridwan doesn't get a clean punch on it. Gathers it and will take some time here. I haven't seen the long throw from Madhu in a very long time. Got away with it, didn't he, Ridwan? But eventually, well, got the situation under control. Shawal trying to squeeze it past to Shafiq Ghani. Shafiq is offside. Flag is up.
It's a clear-cut offside. Shafiq was way ahead of the defensive line.
But we'll have a closer look here. Ooh. It was Daniel Bennett who just stood still at the right time.
At the right time, exactly.
It was borderline, but perhaps the right decision in the end. Well, do they have anything left in the tank, Tampines Rovers? 3.5 minutes to go. And we would consider this an upset, wouldn't we?
Yes, it's definitely an upset considering we know the quality of Tampines Rovers in the earlier this year compared to today, their performance and the display put up by Tampines Rovers. You can see there's a rustiness there.
And we spoke about it on the SPL show. Did the break come at the wrong time for Tampines Rovers? And you can see the rustiness, and perhaps it did come at the right time for Hougang United, who did struggle in the early part of the season, but will definitely have worked on certain aspects of their game, and Clementino has really drilled them well.
Yes, couldn't agree more, Duncan. I think Hougang worked.
Here's Kopitovic down the left. Can he get a good ball in? Huzaifa doesn't catch it cleanly. Lunges. And there will be a free kick to Hougang United. Just got a strike totally wrong and tried to make amends. Catches Muhaimin. Hernandez will leave this for Ridwan. This will be a big victory for Hougang United, and perhaps a real fillip for them going on to the rest of the season. They've made investments in their side in the off-season, and you know, they did lose, and we have not even spoken about it yet, Stipe Plazibat. But if they do come away with victory here, I guess for Clement it will be Stipe Hu, because the likes of Shafiq, Sahil, Shawal, Norfal, they've been fantastic today. Looking forward, of course, to see Plazibat tomorrow with the Lion City Sailors. That will be at Bishan as they take on Geylang International. And they have had time to work on their own game as well, Lion City Sailors. So it'll be interesting to see how they fare with Aurelio Vidma. Back to action here. Big challenge on Shafiq by Sharul. They will eat up as many seconds as possible. It doesn't look like Gavin Lee will change anything as we approach the final few seconds of regulation time. You can see the intent that Hougang United have. They've left 5 players behind for this free kick.
Yeah, I think it's all tactical. I think the whole game today, Hougang tactically has been very, very disciplined. So I think they have to keep these final few seconds.
They try to play it short. Free kick will go Tampines Rovers' way. Here is Webb down the right. Again, the defending has been excellent. Nakamura to Shah. Will we see late drama at OTH? By Haki Kaizan is up front for Tampines. Muhaimin was looking for a run of Zaki Baliev. Just too much on that.
Too much. It's already a good build-up, good counter.
They have 5 minutes of time to be added on. Taufik. Still time for Tampines to get the equalizer. He's just run out of room there, Taufik Suparno. Now stay with us at the end of this match. We will run through the best moments of the game, and there have been plenty of good moments here. Goals have been quality. One minute into the added 5. Bennett wins the header. And will they decide to go long? I know it's against the philosophy. As that pass goes astray, and Jordan Webb looks away in disgust.
It's not a good ball at all, losing possession in these final 5 minutes.
It's tired legs and tired minds, Shuko.
Yeah, so someone have to pick up the blame there.
Will be a setback. It will be the second defeat of the season for Tampines Rovers. They did lose away to Brunei DPMM. A chance for Geylang International tomorrow to go top of the table. Here's Lionel. Well, I asked you earlier on, are you still remaining with that? Who would be your man of the match?
Yeah, it seems like he deserved today's man of the match, Duncan. Been very disciplined, played very well.
Here's a chance for Shafiq. Tried to catch out Shazwan Buhari. Shuko's man of the match, Lionel Tan. They have a few warriors on that pitch, wearing blue. Taufik. His time is running out, looking for Webb. You have to be careful in the area with Jordan Webb. Tries to get past Hafiz Sujat. Webb cuts back. Madhu, left foot cross in, looking for Bennett. Was by Haki Kaizan, in fact, at the back post. Wow, he got a hit on that, and you would think if he did get contact, perhaps should have hit a target.
It's definitely a good ball, but I think he touched a little bit of Nazrul.
Yeah, it was a mismatch, wasn't it? If it's by Haki Kaizan and Nazrul Nazari, well, they left him exposed. They got away with it, Hougang United. 90 seconds to go. And that ball might fall all the way through to Shafiq. Well, it's been wave after wave of Tampines Rovers attack. Well, they've huffed and they've puffed. Blown it down once, can they do it again? Bahaki playing centre forward role. Nakamura. Kyoga Nakamura! Off the bar! Taufik Suparno can't convert.
I don't think he's expecting the rebound though.
Well, just couldn't adjust his feet there. But Kyoga Nakamura has had plenty of opportunities to do this from distance. And finally cracked one off the post. Yeah, Taufik Suparno just couldn't get his legs in order and control it or convert.
Beautiful shot.
Strong challenge coming in between Zaki Baliev and Huzaifa. Card is coming out, or not. Jensen Fu reaching to his pocket, will go to his pocket, yellow to Huzaifa. So having a word with the fourth official, Jensen Fu. He's having a word with Shadiq. So the yellow goes to Zaki Baliev, not for Huzaifa. And it will be a free kick to Tampines Rovers. Well, there's good communication between the referees, the fourth official helping out Jensen Fu.
I think it's important that the fourth official is giving input.
We're into time added on, in time added on. Deep ball coming in, Ridwan Baruden doesn't claim. And Shaul Anwar gets the ball away. And that's it! A big victory here for Hougang United. At OTH, Tampines Rovers, the league leaders, have been beaten. And Hougang United, for the first time since August 2016, have beaten Tampines Rovers, and they deserve it, Shukos Island.
Wow, as much as I am very much a Tampines Rovers fan at the moment, Hougang United truly deserve the win today. Tactically, they have been very disciplined. They came up with a game plan, beautiful display, beautiful counter-attack. They deserve all 3 points today.
Shukos Island, of course, with plenty of good memories as a Tampines Rovers player. And here's a look at the highlights, and it started in the 15th minute. Sahil Suhaimi with a wonder free kick off the post. They were wondering if it would go into the area as part of a delivery. He went for goal, and what a strike that was by Sahil Suhaimi to give the Cheetahs the lead after 15 minutes. Stroke of brilliance by the Singapore international. Shukos Island, you must have been proud of this as a set-piece specialist yourself.
Yeah, this is a really credit to him. I think this is one difficult free kick to take directly at goal, but he converted to a goal, so all credits to Sahil Suhaimi.
Fantastic, and 1-0 up after 15 minutes. They went 2-0 up 3 minutes later. Have a look here at Naufal Azman, who made the run, skip past Amirul, and set up Farhan Zulkifli for the easiest of finishes, but a well-worked team goal. They caught Tampines Rovers napping, but so good down the right wing.
Yeah, it's a very good move, a very good run, and then a very good cutback.
Yeah, the combination between Nazrul and Naufal, just love the movement there, coming to the right and jinxing down to the left. Farhan Zulkifli awarded the goal. It was between him and Hafiz Zujad. But at this moment, 18 minutes in, Hougang United were cruising. Tampines Rovers were shell-shocked. But they came back into it. Tampines, good ball in by Kyoga Nakamura, looking for the run of Irwan Shah, who's done that numerous times in the match, running from deep. It paid off for him in the end.
Yeah, in the first half, we see Shah Shahiran playing these balls 2 or 3 times in the goal area, but didn't convert, and finally came from Nakamura, and Irwan Shah got the goal.
That's fantastic play. Irwan Shah with a header, and that breathed life back into the game. And Tampines Rovers perhaps thought they did get the equalizer. Madhu Mohana with the cross here. Irwan Shah with the tap-in. Flag did go up, and I think we worked it out. It was the right decision in the end.
Yes. It's unfortunate for Irwan Shah, but it was a good move, I would say.
Yeah, Madhu Mohana with the initial header, and then caught on to it with the pass.
Yeah, if only Irwan Shah hold back his hand just by a little, that would be a goal.
Yeah, they huffed and they puffed, and Nakamura with a wondrous strike from distance. Almost beat Ridwan Barudin, except for the post, and Taufik Suparno couldn't make the rebound count.
He must be disappointed with himself right now. I think that could have been a goal, is an open goal, I would say. It's just a tap-in.
Yeah, what a start this has been to the AIA Singapore Premier League. It's the restart, and it is a hell of a game here at OTH. Final score, it is Tampines Rovers 1, Hougang United 2.